Alright guys, Glimmer, Pagamore, Warfare 3. We have to redo this fucking mission because I didn't realize that we need a flamethrower. So I'm wasting this. So yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna reach my potential making as much money on Enzo as I could have. But still should do okay. Oh, okay. Looks like I was never getting there anyway.
A real patriot.
Bingo. That's what I like to hear. By the way, Voss has your friend all
Yes, not particularly close to
Why are you looking for them?
It's tough to get an 9 from the audience. They tend, you gotta get an 8 from the audience first.
Deal.
Then you gotta climb the ranks. The audience doesn't usually jump too quickly. But
Alright,
there it is, an 8
let's
from the audience,
redo
9
this.
overall for Enzo. Let's talk Ian.
Jason.
What are you?
I gave Ian a 2.
Some kind of spy?
I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
It's painful for me to watch, but he just has no pull
Just
in this
messing
game.
with you.
He died to slow death.
I work for Langley. Agent Willis Hunt.
So it looks like there's only about 20-something minutes left of the podcast.
You can't.
Never is
I'm
able to really
embedded.
get
Not
a
really in
good grasp
contact with
of
Central
what the hell's
Intelligence.
been in
So-
and what
Or is it still going? It might still be going,
You
actually.
kidding? I got a whole team. They're out in the field. They'll be back. These scans they sent have opened up a grade A can of worms.
saved him this week if he
Oh, no, they're still
Can't
alive.
talk to you about it, but trust me, it's
that's
big.
unfortunate for him. He had a connection to David. He had a connection to Kevin.
I need more
Neither
info,
of those are
though,
paying off
from the
for him anyway.
source.
So he just has nobody there to fight for him, and he is unable to fight for himself. So it's a 2 here for
Flammenwerfer.
So, before I give out my score, can I ask what rules
Flamethrower.
again about the buyback?
This beauty was invented in Krautland.
Do they not come back in at their
Hoyt
previous...
Volker. He's the boss of a very good friend of yours,
like if
Voss.
Ian comes
He
back
also
into the
happens to
game,
run the largest
and
slave
he's
trading
doing
ring in the
buyback.
South Pacific.
I
On top of that, he grows
was-
Can I
drugs.
skip this? I've already seen this. I can't.
That was the rating
Cool.
he got.
If we set fire to his fields and his boat,
back in the game.
he's
Is
gonna
that
connect
not
with
true?
us.
So
I get what I want, and we learn more
I
about your
don't
friends.
have
Capiche?
this thing pulled out. I believe what we've decided on with
That's only an
this
Italian
particular
thing. Only
formula
Italians
is
can say that.
if you get evicted, you lose all your
It's like
shares.
spraying
in the
furniture
purpose.
gold.
If they
You know
come
what I mean?
back, you can buy them up again.
Anyway,
But you don't
here's the
get to
gun.
keep on to things. So
Wow.
do not buy Ian anticipating
Thanks.
a buyback.
That's what I like to
If
hear.
he comes back and you feel good
Don't
about
forget
him,
the
you can
boat.
buy him.
Yeah, I got it.
you know, that'll
I'm
be
trusting
fun
you
for
on this
but,
thing with Holt.
Okay, just wondering. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 2 as well. I feel like that I really do want to give him a 1 because I'm not impressed with this game at all.
Ah,
But
fuck.
I think that he has such a drive within him to want to play.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
A 1, and he's still
That was my problem. So, yeah, I did need the flamethrower, but I didn't fucking pick it up for some reason.
He doesn't know who the bad guys are. If he's like in a group of people and he doesn't know
So, now...
who caused his demise.
Oh, it was
He
the
doesn't know
hut,
that.
right?
If he knew that, I think he would know what to do. I have faith that Ian actually would
I'll
know
play
what
ball
to do
as
if
long
he
as it
knew
gets me
who
closer to
caused his
finding my
demise.
friends.
He didn't know that.
So let's try this again.
Same here.
Maybe
And
Dennis
I think
knows
we
more
kinda-
about Hoyt.
We've discussed Ian to death at the beginning, so yeah.
Well, the audience
Hey,
still
Dennis?
higher on Ian than the rest of us. That might
The
be
vision led
season
me to
long
the
thing.
man
They
in
gave
white.
him a
Turns out he's
3
a spy or
this
something.
week. So there it is.
I've never heard of
from the
such a man
audience.
here on the island.
Let's
Yeah, he
talk.
told me about
Kevin.
Voss's boss, Hoyt.
All right, Melissa.
Stay away
Where
from
are you
him.
going,
With Kevin,
Boss is
I
crazy.
Give him a 3, right?
wonder
Comes
about
Ahoy.
him, like,
Took
in terms
Boss's
of
mind
his
away
read
from
on
him.
the house and
It
the
is he
game,
who
and the
pulls
fact
the
that he and
strings.
Jay seem to
Wow.
be getting really close.
Okay, I'll be
however,
careful.
I do think he's still a target. I don't think that has changed.
Okay.
But I do have a little bit more faith that he and Davon
So let's
and
try this
David
again.
will turn it around, the 3 of them. So with that, I'm gonna give him a 4 along with that.
Yeah, well, I thought about the 4 with Kevin. I actually feel like he's
I give Kevin a
probably
3,
the
right?
most
So
capable
I think he's the most capable
three
player of the
underdogs
3, but he's also
of
the
being a
biggest threat.
player. But part of that is still kind of leaning on his history. However, he is the biggest target of the three of them right now.
Yeah.
He has a lot of people coming for him. I think he is the most likely person to be evicted next week. And because of that, I actually went down a little bit below the other two, and I went with a 3 for Kevin.
Yeah. Boy. I'm gonna give him a 4, but I really want to give him a 3. It's sort of like the Danny thing. Like, they're not obviously the same way. Again, that's the thing that Sarah said that was most salient was the fact that he is the top of the target for almost everybody.
Yeah, so I never finished talking about the PS5 in the last episode. Essentially, I'm debating over when I should buy it. Because the thing is, like, they've announced now that Spider-Man Miles Morales and Horizon, 2 of my most anticipated games on PS5, are both, like, the 2 games, like, outside of God of War, obviously, that are PS5 exclusive. I guess Final Fantasy 16 is also in there now, but 2 of my most anticipated games that are also going to be on PS4, so that gives me less incentive to go ahead and pick up the PS5 at launch. Like, it's just, there's not much of a reason for it anymore, because those games, so it's really not until Final Fantasy 16 or God of War come out that I will feel incentivized to play it, to pick up a PS5. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, is just waiting until one of those 2 come out, which, again, God of War, I would assume if it comes out in 2021, like they're saying, it's going to be late 2021. To be honest, I'm fully expecting it to get delayed until early 2022, because that's when I was expecting it to come out to begin with. But, that's something, and like, for me, even Final Fantasy 16, I don't think that's enough to buy the next-gen console for me. Again, Horizon and God of War were 2 games that would have been worth it for me.
I'm not going to go any higher than a 7. I gave him a 6 last week. I'm going to go up a point. I'm going to give him a 7 this week. I don't feel like most people would come after him. He's showing me that he has some end-game shots.
Gotta try the
He
flamethrower.
has something that a lot of people don't have in the game, that is patience. I think that's pretty funny. I don't think I have a lot of patience.
Wait, why is everything
like the
freezing
wheels
up
are going
now?
to come off at some point. But so far, I mean, the committee has been a thing, and it's gone well for him. So I do think he's in a good position, but I don't feel
I don't know.
as confident.
So it's about as close as you get. But there it is for Nicole.
And number 4 goes up in smoke.
For Tyler, our final pick here. He is actually, last week we Tyler to 5.
Oh fuck.
Has moved up this week in the audience's estimation. They gave him a 6 this week. Brent, how do you feel about that?
I feel even better about that.
Wow, I'm not gonna lose money on Tyler. How the fuck did that happen? What a clusterfuck of a week this has been.
Played bad last week, that's why I gave him this week he played so much better to the point where he's definitely coming after Danny.
No, damn it, I was so close.
That he's not coming after her. And we don't even know what the truth is. Like, he may actually not come after Danny. He might come after Javon or somebody like that. He's got most people believing that he's on their side. I think it might even be an 8-0 vote. Javon and company might actually want to keep him in the game. They aren't threatened by Tyler.
Hey, fuck this mission now.
This is not an all-star season.
In her mind, that makes sense because Christmas
okay,
is
so let's look at the
with
stock.
Memphis. And they're all kind of
Danny
like,
went
still
down.
concerned about the Tyler Christmas thing, but they're more concerned with Christmas Memphis because that's what they're seeing.
So Enzo and Tyler went up a good
his
chunk.
position.
Cody went
Now,
up the
that said,
most.
He really destroyed his game last week.
Let's look at where I'm at, the leaderboards. I don't know where I'm going to be.
And he's recovered with Danny, but with Davon
Karen's at number
and
3
David
now. Goddamn.
and Kevin, he really destroyed his game. David is
I did go
never gonna
down. I'm
fully
at number
work with
18.
Tyler again,
It's
in
not
my
bad.
opinion. And that's bad for him.
I thought I blew up my
Dave's
chances, so I'm in
never
like,
gonna fully work
if I'm
with
at number
Tyler again,
18,
and
I
that's
think it's
bad
pretty
for him.
strong.
And he's locked in with this this
So,
sort of
he
like
went all
big,
in, Tyler, right?
crew here with the committee, and he doesn't have a lot of pull there either. His closest person is Cody.
I don't know what I'm gonna
has
do,
plenty of
though.
other people. His other closest person is Christmas, who I think
not
lost a
logged in.
bit of trust in him after last week. Still with him, but like she's also got Memphis now. She's also
I don't
got
know what I wanna
Enzo a
do
little bit. She
here.
doesn't really have Enzo. But he doesn't have
Just
as much
talk
pull.
us
He's
through some
basically
here.
starting back from where he was in like week 3.
Yeah,
and he's
Christmas
gonna have to
loses money unless she
from
gets
here on
a
out,
5,
he's
so
gonna
it's
have to
not
make
worth
use
it.
of the time that he's saved
Cody
in the coming weeks
loses
to really
money unless he
disrupt
gets
this end game plan that Cody and Memphis have.
an 8.
And so he has some work
Devon.
ahead of him. So now he's a good player. I think he can do that work. But right now I have him at a 6.
Just looking this
for
through.
Tyler. because I feel like next week he could easily go up for me. As long
Enzo
as he
breaks
does well
even,
and he
even if
starts to
he
rebuild.
actually he goes down
But
technically
right
a
now,
little bit,
that
even
work
if
is
he gets
still ahead
an
of him
8.
in my view.
So I think I
The thing
gotta
that just to remind is
sell.
the fact that I feel like
I think I gotta go all in on Tyler.
in that
I think that's the only move right
they're not
now.
going to evict him, and then he's going to get to the final 2. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
don't
I'm looking
evict
at
him
it.
now,
It's the only
I do
move.
feel like he will get to the final 2.
The problem is that Tyler could go home.
Take your chances now. Get rid of it.
I think I gotta go all in on Tyler. I don't see any other move
there you
here.
go. Tyler's gonna get a 7 overall. Cannot say I expected that. So that is the stock watch here for the.
I mean, the problem is though is that Tyler goes
week.
down if he
Now,
doesn't
the
get a
market will be
7.
open. The site usually has a little bit of trouble immediately following the roundtable, but the market will be open until tomorrow at
Even
8
then, it's
p.m.
not even
Eastern
that
when the
great.
live
It's like,
episode starts. You only have one day this time to
I think I gotta do it.
But I will stream tomorrow on Twitch, twitch.tv/Darren Armstrong, talking about it.
Fuck it.
I will occasionally, tell you not to buy Cody when Cody's a great pick. What are you gonna do? But that's what we have.
No, I actually
so I
got
don't
buy
think the
2
leaderboard has
David
refreshed yet,
shares.
but I can say that I actually bought Tyler this week, and here was my reasoning. Here's my reasoning. I saw
I
the
think that's what I'm gonna
potential
do.
in Tyler, and I was like, I don't want to be
Stockwatch week by week.
Alright, Brent here is top 25%, not bad.
I didn't know it did that. So if you hover over your number, it'll tell you what the percentage is.
Exactly. With like over 5,000 players,
Let him blow up that boat.
what percentage tier you're in here. Yeah, you went on a day here, you're about 1,000.
We're giving her a 10.
Wait, where the fuck do I get an RPG from?
Here, 429 top 10%.
Whoa, guys.
That's one down. That's it. I'm out of here.
Fuck that mission.
Enzo,
I hate that
Tyler,
mission.
and Nicole. Mostly Enzo and Tyler.
Yep. I didn't remember what I did, so I'm glad you guys are telling me what I did. I basically kept it on Enzo and Tyler this whole time, and then like thrown like a bone here and there to like 1 or 2 people. So, but yeah, I think the
There you
key
go.
is just
Seems to
be
be
totally
working.
consistent. Yeah, just not do anything.
So there it is. That's the leaderboard. You can play on realitystockwatch.com and check out the leaderboard yourself.
I guess we'll do this one.
All right. That's what we have there. Just a few more things to go through in terms of the survey. I asked you to rate the episodes of Big Brother 22 this week, and you said it was a 6.7 overall.
You were doing that accidentally.
Up from a 5.1 last week.
No, fucking let me.
From a
Oh my god, this
6.3
piece of
up
shit.
from a 6.1 this week. Now,
That's what I
let me tell
thought.
you
I
this.
have both the shit guns.
I fully believe that the feeds were pretty good this week in terms of all the stuff going on. The problem, and the reason it's probably not higher than this, a higher jump, is that the feeds have been cutting like crazy
What is
all week
up
long.
with them lately? I'm sorry, I wanted to bring that up earlier. Like, it seems like any time we get like some semblance of strategy or any real conversation, like any time jury or what are the other tells? Like things that like it's so dumb that they cut the feeds for all this junk and then like people are like, oh, we're saving it for the episode. We never see it on the episode. What are you talking about?
Yeah, literally anytime Ian goes like, you know, I'm gonna try and quit jury, I'm gonna demand to see my contract feeds. Ian says anything about
Would you
jury
like to-
feeds, cut.
Okay,
Anytime people
so-
talk about like, oh, Ian confronted Danny, Ian yelled at Danny, feeds cut. Anything regarding Ian seems to be cut.
Oh, dumb.
Anytime jury is mentioned, the feeds are cut. There's so many like topics that if they get brought up, the feeds will cut, and so they just keep going down. And then we've been getting like random, just like outages for hours with no explanation. So.
Where are we at time-wise? Probably towards
Alright,
the end.
how's the season as a whole so far? Last week it was a 4.5. This week up.
I didn't tell this story yet either. So something I realized a little while ago is that Trials Fusion for some reason like disappeared from my library and I can't get it back even after restoring licenses and everything. And I went to the PSN store and looked at it and it's like it says I don't own it.
In here, the society, there's order. Out there,
Correct.
the jungle.
For some reason it's like it says I don't own it, and that kind of bothered me. That happened a few weeks ago. It was when I wasn't doing all the hard drive stuff that I realized that.
Place behind
Almost burst this thing wide open. I can
Bailey.
feel it.
This week, Tyler is gonna obviously Bailey is gonna jump ahead of Ian.
Yeah, that's when I realized it. But it's like I was like, whatever, who gives a shit? I'm never playing this game ever again anyway. It's like it doesn't really matter. But then today, the new sale started on PSN, and one of the games on sale was the thing. What is it? Trials Fusion. And like I noticed on there, it says purchase. But for some reason it's not showing up anywhere else outside of this sale page that I own it. It's really fucking weird, but it allowed me to download it. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's download it. I'm never gonna play this game again, but it's like, I own it and it won't let me fucking download it anywhere else outside the sale page. So it's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna download it and like keep it on just for that sake. And like thankfully it's not that big of a game either, it's only like 10 gigs. But so yeah, I just actually installed it.
the road.
to save Tyler
Town.
from Danny's attack.
Bunch of native
Yeah,
sympathizers.
yeah, and then all of a sudden it's
They
like,
stole a
oh,
transportation
they've
manifest that's
already-
close to my heart.
Yeah.
I'd like to pay them a visit.
Which is the more
Nice to
likely
see you,
scenario
Foss.
from the scene, because the
Better make your
majority
way to Paris,
had a
Tom.
better chance of winning
I bet
the
Oliver's
power.
on the manifest. Who has
I
it?
did like
Tell
the
you when you
concept
get there.
of the powers. I thought it
Gotta
was
keep
fun
on
to
working.
watch.
See
I
yourself
thought that,
out.
like, I liked that there really wasn't like any skill involved.
Right.
I liked that it was just like totally
Uh-huh.
random. And happen to find the right shape and then like bring it to the right place. It could have been literally anyone, and I think that that's kind of cool.
Fuck.
And also, I
Damn.
like the idea that like you could possibly figure out who won the power by just standing near the person when they plugged it in. You know, like.
I mean, I guess we'll just end
and I
here.
think that is what
Next
happened.
episode will go ahead and get you
I
on.
do think that that's
But I'll
kind
think
of
about
fun
it.
because, like